part 3 of teaching aptitude begins here. Question number 1. Which of the following activities belongs to the post-active phase of teaching? Preparing lesson objectives. Option B, delivering the lesson. Option C, providing feedback. And option D, organizing learning materials. So, post-active phase deals with evaluation and feedback. So, option A and D, that is preparing lesson objective and organizing learning materials, belongs to pre-active phase of teaching, and delivering the lessons belong to interactive phase of teaching, and giving feedback, providing feedback belongs to post-active phase of teaching. So, that will be option C. Now, question number 2. Interactive phase of teaching emphasize real-time classroom management. This is an assertion. Now reason, it focuses mainly on lesson planning and preparation. So interactive phase is the time when real teaching is taking place. So assertion is a true statement. Lesson planning and preparation mainly comes under pre-active phase. So here assertion is true, but reason is not correctly explaining assertion. So that will be A is true and R is false, option C. Now question number 3 is a match the following type of question. Column A includes pre-active phase, post-active phase and interactive phase. And column B involves objectives, teaching and evaluation. So pre-active phase is about setting the objectives, interactive phase is where real-time teaching happens, and post-active phase is where evaluation happens. So that will be option A. 1 matches to 1, 2 matches to 2 and 3 matches to 3. So the given match itself is correct. Now question number 4. During the comparison step in teaching, the teacher dash prepares the lesson plan, delivers lecture only, connects new information with prior knowledge, provide feedback on test performance. So during comparison phase, it will be more like making connections or linking the new concept with our already existing knowledge or with prior learning. So that will be option C, connects new information with prior knowledge. Next is question number 5. It's a true or false question. Statement 1. Generalization in teaching is about applying concepts to real-life context. Statement 2. Application comes before generalization in the sequence of teaching steps. So let's look at the first statement, generalization. It's the broad application of the concepts. So that is a true statement. Statement is application comes before generalization. So that is a false statement because application comes after generalization. So first statement is true and second statement is false. Now let's see question number 6. Which teaching step ensures transfer of learning to new context? Options: preparation, presentation, generalization, and application. So when we generalize a concept, our general idea always helps to transfer the knowledge to a broader spectra. So that will be option C, generalization, which helps transfer knowledge to a broader context. Next is question number 7. Which recommendation of the Secondary Education Commission 1952-53 most closely aligns with experiential learning? And the options are clear thinking and expression, NCC Scouts Guide activities, experimental schools, activity and project method. So project method is that initiative which emphasized on experiential and activity-based learning. So the recommendation of the Secondary Education Commission in 1952-53, they most closely aligns with activity and project methods, which is a form of experiential learning. That is learning through experience. Or we can also say that is learning through doing. Now question number 8 is a recent assertion type of question. Assertion: activity and project methods increases learner motivation. Reason: they allow students to learn only through rote memorization. So So the first statement says that activity and project method increases the motivation of the learner. That is correct, because motivation increases when there is hands-on learning experiences happening. So that statement is true. Now, rote memorization. They allow students to learn only through rote memorization. So rote memorization is just the opposite of activity-based learning. So second statement is false. So first statement is true and second statement is false. Now question number 9. In inferential problem solving, that is the inductive method, the correct sequence is dash. So different sequences are given here of inductive method. You have to select the correct sequence. So inductive method is in the way first recognition, then data collection, then organization, arriving at a tentative solution, then elimination, and finally verification. That is inductive method. So that will be option B, data collection, organization, tentative solution, and verification. Now, question number 10. Which feature distinguishes micro-teaching from team teaching? Options: use of cooperative planning, focus on developing specific teaching skills, involves more than one teacher, large student groups. So micro teaching will be always in small groups, in small classes, which will be focused on skill development. And team teaching is a combination of multiple teachers co-planning the teaching methods. So among the given, the feature distinguishing micro teaching from team teaching will be option B, focusing on developing specific teaching skill. In both the teaching method, they are focusing, or the teachers are focusing on developing specific teaching skills. Now question number 12. Which of the following is not a benefit of Q&A teaching? So Q&A technique always promotes critical thinking, and it's not about rote memorization. So the options given here are active participation, encourage memorization only, boost self-confidence, promotes thinking. So Q&A technique always encourages memorization. So that will be option B. Now question number 13. Swayam was launched in the year dash. And the options are 2014 by MHRD, 2015 by UGC, 2017 by the President of India, 2018 by AICTE. So the right answer is option C, 2017 by the President of India. It was on July 9, 2017, Swayam was launched. Now, question number 14 is a recent assertion type of question. Assertion: Swayam allows credit transfer in higher education. Reason: it was designed in collaboration with Microsoft and MHRD. So here both the statements are true, but credit transfer is not explained by the partnership of Microsoft. So A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next, question number 15. Which body coordinates teacher training courses on Swayam? AICTE, NITTTR, UGC, and IGNOU. So, NITTTR is National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research. They handles the pedagogy or the teacher training. So, this is the body which coordinates teacher training courses on Swayam. Next, question number 17. Swayam Prabha uses which satellite for 34 DTH channels? GSAT 12, GSAT 15, INSAT 3C, Aryabhatta. So Swayam Prabha operates on GSAT 15. So that will be option B. Now question number 18. MOOC are restricted to enrolled university students only. MOOCs provide open access with online participation. So among the two statements, you have to select which one is true and which one is false. So MOOC is restricted to enroll for only university students. That is a false statement. And MOOC provide open access with online participation is a true statement. So MOOC is always having open access and it's not restricted. Now question number 19. Which SDG, that is the Sustainable Development Goals in 2030 agenda, does MOOC adoption directly contribute to? SDG 3, good health, SDG 4, quality education, SDG 8, decent work, SDG 10, reduced inequalities. So MOC enhances the accessibility to quality education. So it is aligned with SDG 4, Sustainable Development Goal 4, which is about quality education. Now, question number 20, who proposed formative evaluation? Ralph Taylor, Benjamin Bloom, Skinner, Edward. So the formative evaluation was proposed by Benjamin Bloom. That will be option B. Now, question number 21. Summative evaluation is best represented by dash. Options: unit test, diagnostic test, term end exam, pre-assessment quiz. So, summative assessment always happen in the end of the term evaluation. So, that is option C, term end exam. Now, question number 22, again a recent assertion question. Assertion: diagnostic evaluation is conducted only at the end of the learning. And reason: it aims to identify difficulties and causes during learning. Difficulties and causes of the learning. So, diagnostic assessments are always done during the beginning of the course. So, that is a false statement. A is false. Now, aim of the diagnostic assessment is to identify the problems the students are facing. So R is true and A is false. Now, question number 23, which evaluation focus on affective domain? Summative, diagnostic, norm referenced, placement. So diagnostics always emphasize affective and remedial aspects. So affective domain is strongly associated with diagnostics form of evaluation. So that will be option B. Now, question number 24 is a match the type of question. So here evaluation type and proponents are given here. So summative assessment is by Taylor, then formative assessment is by Bloom, then diagnostic assessment is a qualitative type of assessment, and placement assessment is an entry level type of assessment. Now, question number 25. Criterion referenced evaluation differ from norm referenced evaluation because of dash. And the options are: it compares students with peers, it uses percentile rankings, it measures performance against fixed standards, it emphasizes competition. So, criterion referenced will be having a fixed criteria, and norm reference is what happening is that it is the comparisons with the peers. So, that will be option C. It measures performance against a fixed students or fixed standards the students are following. So, criterion referenced evaluation differs from norm referenced evaluation as it measures the performance against fixed standards. There will be a set of norms and the performance will be assessed against this set of norms. Next is question number 26. A teacher delivers a lesson smoothly but later realizes students misunderstood key concept. Which phase failed most likely? Reactive phase, interactive phase, post-active phase, evaluation. So, misunderstanding during delivery indicates weakness in interactive phase. So, interactive phase is where real-time teaching is happening or teaching execution is happening in the class. So, that will be option B, interactive phase. Now, question number 27. A teacher sets clear objectives, aligns activities, and later evaluate outcome. This reflects which teaching principle? Taylor's objective model, Bloom's mastery learning, Pagut's constructivism, then Vygotsky's scaffolding. So that will be Taylor's objective model, option A, because Taylor's objective model is the alignment of objective activities and evaluation by the teacher. So that is option A. Now, question number 28 is a true or false question. Statement 1. Lesson planning is essential only for novice teachers. Now, statement 2. Experienced teachers also require planning for clarity and objective. So here the first statement is false. Planning is crucial for all teachers despite of their beginners or advanced level teachers. Now, statement 2 is true statement. Experienced teachers also requires planning for clarity and objectives. Now, question number 29. If a teacher asks student to compare photosynthesis with respiration, she is applying which step? Options: presentation, comparison, generalization, application. So, relating the similarities is happening here. Similarities or differences, relating the concepts is happening here. So, it's comparison. Option B, comparison. Comparing between two entities. Now, question number 30, it's a reason assertion type of question. Assertion: application step in teaching ensures knowledge transfer to real life. And reason, it involves solving practical problem with learned concept. So here both are true statement and R is correctly explaining A. Now, question number 31. Which method aligns best with learner-centered education advocated in NEP 2020? Options: lecture method, project method, dictation method, drill and practice method. So, aligns best with the learner-centered education by the NEP is project method because that is experiential and learner-driven. Now, question number 33, team teaching is most effective when options: teachers have similar teaching styles, teachers complement each other's expertise, students are passive listeners, content is highly standardized. So, complementary expertise aligns with the strength of team teaching. So that will be option B. Teachers complement each other's expertise. Now, question number 34. In a micro teaching session, a trainee struggles with questioning skills. The supervisor advises reteaching with modification. This represents which step? Options: defining skills, teaching, feedback and discussion, reteaching. So after feedback, the trainee is reteaching to refine his or her skill. So that is option D, reteaching. Now question number 35 is a true or false question. Statement 1, micro teaching always requires advanced technology. Statement 2, it can be done with a small group of simple tools. So micro teaching always requires advanced technology is a false statement. Technology is supportive but not a mandatory when it comes to micro teaching. And the second statement, micro teaching can be done with a small group and simple tools. That is a correct statement. So first statement is false and second one is true. Now question number 36 is a recent assertion question. Q&A technique promotes critical thinking, and reason, it prevents students from participating actively. So first statement is true, it promotes critical thinking, but second statement is false. It's not like prevents students from participating actively, but it promotes active participation of students. Now question number 37, which features of Swayam make it comparable to international MOOC platforms like Coursera? Options: free access to all citizens, 34 DTH channels, satellite GSAT 50, developed only by IITs. So, the feature of Swayam is a free open access to everyone. It's similar with Coursera and edX. So that is option A, free access to all citizens. Now question number 38, a student completes a Swayam course and want credit in her university transcript. Which regulation allows this? Options: UGC Credit Framework for Online Learning Regulation, AICTE Credit Bank, National Education Policy 1968, IGNOU Act. So UGC have framed an online course credit transfer rule. So that will be UGC Credit Framework for Online Learning Regulation, option A. Now, question number 39 is a match the following type of question. Column A includes Swayam, Swayam Prabha, NPTEL, and InflipNet. And column B includes online MOOC in India, DTH 24/7 channel, engineering MOOC, maintenance of digital infra. So, Swayam is an online MOOC in India. So, that's a correct match. Swayam Prabha is a DTH 24/7 channel. That is also a correct match. NPTEL is an engineering MOOC. Then InflipNet, they maintains the digital infra. So, the given match itself is correct. That will be option A. Now, question number 40. A rural student without internet relies on Swayam Prabha. Which educational advantages does this highlight? Options: inclusivity through satellite broadcasting, individualized learning paths, pure learning via forums, self-assessment via quizzes. So, Swayamprabha satellite reaches shows the inclusivity in remote areas. So, that will be option A. Now, question number 41. Placement evaluation is most useful for dash. Checking conceptual clarity mid-course, assessing entry-level skills before starting a course, awarding final grades, identifying emotional barriers during learning. So, placement evaluation is most useful for entry-level eligibility. It's like an entrance test. So, that will be option B. Now, question number 42, assertion reason question. Assertion. Summative evaluation encourages continuous learning improvement. Reason, it is conducted at the end of the course. So, summative is equal to end term. It's not a continuous improvement. So, option A or the statement A is false and R is true. Summative evaluation encourages continuous learning improvement is a false statement because summative evaluation happens at the end of the term and it is conducted at the end of the course is a true statement. So, assertion is wrong and reason is true. Now, question number 43, which evaluation is best when a student consistently struggles despite high effort? Summative, norm-referenced, diagnostic, placement. So, that will be option C, diagnostic, which helps to identify the root cause why the student is struggling. Now, question number 44, it's a true or false question. Norm-referenced evaluation is relative in nature. Now, criterion referenced evaluation focus on fixed benchmark. So here both the statements are correct. Now, question number 45. A teacher sets 80% score as the passing criteria, regardless of class average. This reflects dash. Norm referenced testing, criterion referenced testing, diagnostic testing, placement testing. So, a fixed criteria is set. So, this is a criterion referenced testing. A fixed cutoff is there. Now, question number 46. Evaluation and examples are given here. You have to match it. Formative, summative, diagnostic, and placement. So, mid-semester, broad examination, reading difficulty analysis, and admission level test. So, formative is during the mid-semester level, that is mid-semester quiz, it's correct. Summative is board examination, that is also correct. Then diagnostic, diagnoses the difficulty. So, reading difficulty analysis is correct. Then placement is admission level test or the entrance test. So, the given match itself is right. Now, question number 47. If a teacher integrates Swayam video lecture in the classroom and conduct a Q&A session, which blended phase is emphasized? Only preactive, preactive plus interactive, only post-active, post-active plus interactive. So, Swayam is inculcated in the class. So, that means teacher is preparing with Swayam. Preparation phase is shown here. Then Q&A is an interactive phase. So, that is a combination of pre-active and interactive phase. So, that will be option B. Now, question number 48. A student scores high in class test but fails board exam. Which evaluation gap is exposed here? Formative versus summative alignment, diagnostic failure, criterion error, norm referenced bias. So, he is strong in formative but weak in summative. That means option A, formative versus summative alignment. When it comes to board or the final exam, student is confused. So that is option A, formative versus summative. The gap is happening between these two evaluation. Now, question number 49, recent assertion question. Assertion, MOOC contribute to democratization of education. Reason, they provide free access to structured learning content worldwide. So here both the statement are true and the second statement is correctly explaining the first one. Now, question number 50, which of the following best represent higher order application of teaching? So here different orders are given and you have to select the right order. So here it will be planning plus interaction happens, then authentic evaluation happens, and based on that higher order thinking based teaching happens. So that will be option B. Teacher plans the objective, then engages the student in the project, then the teacher will evaluate via real world application. So that will be option B.